Hey, what's up, everybody? Last week we talked about the top 6 supplements to put on muscles.
Yep.
So we're going to follow up this week, and we want to give you the best supplements to get shredded. You know, to lose body fat, get lean, get in shape. This is what you need to take. So we'll just jump right in. Number 1 on our list. Well, I guess it'd be number 5 on our list. Yohimbe. It's you may have heard of it. It's in a lot of fat burners. It's in the proprietary blend. It's a good. It's been proven in some studies to burn fat. It's not as well studied as some other things, but there's some evidence out there. So tell us a little bit more about it.
So we'll start off with the reason it's number 5 on our list is because we don't have a lot of personal experience with it, either one of us. Maybe taken in a combination blend of fat burners, but taken by itself, I haven't done it enough to know. And the studies are limited, but the studies that have come out have shown that there's a great decrease in fat mass. So you're going to get the other thing is that it's a pure weight loss supplement. There has shown no benefits in performance. The science shows that the increase in adrenaline and dopamine and increase in serotonin. So there's certain blockers that increase those and decrease the serotonin. So like I said, it's pure weight loss, but it functions at a pretty good level. The only reason it's 5 is the limited amount of data.
And I think that's why you find it in a lot of blends, because it doesn't have the energy kick that some of them do.
Right.
So they'll use this as a way to burn some fat, and then they'll throw some other things in there to give you that pick me up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on. Number 4, green tea. Green tea. We've talked about this before. Green tea is full of polyphenols. Go back to our polyphenol. That's Carrie's favorite subject.
I love polyphenols.
So what's the benefits of green tea for us? How's that going to help us get shredded?
Okay, so green tea has a variety of polyphenols that you mostly find in green tea. I'm not going to list them, though I'd love to bore you to death with them. It is something I have personal experience with. My last intermittent fasting cycle, I did green tea polyphenols, got a lot of good benefits from it. So number 1, it increases fat oxidation and fat loss, and there's a pretty good amount of evidence to show this. My personal experience is that it works well to do this. Now it's best if used in a fasted state, and you have to use the right dosage, around 400 milligrams. So of course with intermittent fasting for weight loss already, if you're using green tea polyphenols, remember, drink it with water or coffee with nothing with it. Don't do any caloric intake. It should increase your fat loss. Yeah,
it sounds like it'd be good to do with the intermittent fasting.
Oh, it's great.
Something you do. It works better when you're in a fasted state.
In conjunction.
It's a perfect diet to line it up with. There's also some other benefits with it, right? Like there's proven cognitive benefits.
Mm-hmm.
It decreases muscle soreness, and also will decrease blood pressure, which all those sound good to me.
And of course the usual polyphenols, which I harp on all the time. They're antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, just good. Even if all these proven benefits weren't proven as well, we know polyphenols are good for you, so it will never hurt to take them.
All right, so I think of the green tea, I'm thinking of like green tea. I'm drinking a cup of tea. Like, there's other sources, right? There's pills or...
I drink a lot of liquids and a lot of coffee throughout the day, so I like to take the tablets. And it's just concentrated green tea leaves, ground up, put in a little tablet. So.
Okay. All right, well, moving on. The next one on our list. This is one I don't have a lot of experience with, but Carrie does. I'm curious to know more about this one. It's 7-keto DHEA, which it's not to be confused with DHEA.
Right.
It's different. Tell us some about this. You've been taking this lately, right?
Yes. So 7-keto DHEA, like I said, not to be confused. It does not it does not promote the sex hormones. So you're not going to have testosterone or estrogen increase. What it does, it has an increase in metabolic rate, serum T3, a few other things that help fat burning and weight loss. The right amount of dosage is between 200 and 400 milligrams split up. I take 4 50 milligram doses throughout the day. Now, my experience, I have noticed that if I take the last dose too late in the day, I have a consistent sleep pattern, right? Temperature's got to be 69 degrees and the same, everything's the same, the blankets, everything. So when I take this too late in the day, I've noticed that I will be sweating. I will wake up sweating. So there's clearly an increase in my metabolic rate, and I've noticed some better weight loss. So for sure, it's working.
Yeah, because there's a decent amount of studies out there on this, but not near as much as like green tea or caffeine or some of the other things that we're going to talk about. But I mean, it's nice to have some studies, but also have some personal experience.
Right.
Know from experience.
It
I've
gets
done this,
number
it
3
works.
because the data plus experience.
Good. All right, number 2. This one's a questionable one. It's debatable. I think the effectiveness is there. It's just it can be dangerous. Ephedrine. This has been on and off the market for years. State by state, the laws are different on how it can be sold.
Illegal.
But it's, like I said, it can be dangerous. There's been a lot of incidences with ephedrine, so just be careful with it. It will increase your metabolic rate.
For sure.
Helps with fat loss. Big thing with it is it helps performance.
Yeah.
So not only are you going to get that metabolic spike, you're going to feel good, you're going to have energy, and you're going to be able to perform.
It's originally created for asthma, so it increases your ability to intake oxygen. So for sure, for endurance, you can get more oxygen. It's the danger part is making sure you get the correct dosage. There's quite a bit of studies, and we've both had some experience with it.
Yeah, I've taken ephedrine off and on a lot. I think the biggest thing and the biggest issue is, these guys will take a bunch of ephedrine and then they go out and do some maximal exercise. If you're going to go out and do sprints, your heart rate's going to be going through the roof anyway. So you take this ephedrine that speeds you up, and then you go out and do this intense exercise. It's a kind of a recipe for disaster.
Right. People get hurt, and they say it's because of the ephedrine. I think it's because poor usage of.
Yeah.
So.
With anything in moderation and if done correctly, it can be okay. All right, that's going to bring us to number 1. Okay, this one should be a no-brainer.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Caffeine. Caffeine is, it's, I think everybody has experience with.
Everybody's got the experience.
Either takes or has taken caffeine. So why is caffeine number 1 on our list?
Because of, more than anything, because of the data. So numerous studies done, everybody's taking it. We know kind of what it does. I say kind of what it does. In science, we know you do A, you get Z. A lot of times we don't know what happens in between, but we get the result, so that's good enough. It increases your metabolic rate, increases fat oxidation, and it also increases performance. So definitely the number 1, taking in the correct dosage.
I think that's a big key here, dosage. Some people, myself included, I go through kicks where, I'll drink 9 cups of coffee in the morning,
Yeah.
Looking at 15 to 2,000 milligrams of caffeine.
People just drink coffee all day.
Yeah. So I think, you're going to build up a tolerance with anything, right? So I think it's good if you can limit your caffeine, use it at the right times when you need it. It's going to be a lot more effective.
Yeah.
So back off on the coffee, back off on the Bangs and Monsters. You're drinking those all day, caffeine's no longer going to have the same effects on you.
I do want to say something about caffeine. I'm not as big of a fan of caffeine in Bang or Red Bull because there are other effects that are detrimental to your body. So one of the things is telomere length, which has to do with your lifespan. Caffeine can decrease those. Coffee has things in it, polyphenols, that can increase them. So usually you can neutralize it. So if you're getting your caffeine from a natural source, coffee, green tea, fantastic. Try not to take the pills and drink and Bang and Red Bulls all day long. It is bad for you. Nutritionists tell you it's bad for you. There's a good reason. There's science. That's it. I'll get off my soapbox.
All right, all these are great in one way or another for fat burning, for performance, both. A little bonus here, and this is my preferred fat burner. I don't like to buy fat burners. I basically make my own, and I use a ECA stack: ephedrine, caffeine, and aspirin. Ephedrine, you can get it at the pharmacy. over the you have to get it from the pharmacist, but it's not a prescription or anything. Caffeine, just caffeine tablets or a cup of coffee, and then a baby aspirin, 81 milligram aspirin. The benefits of those three, you're getting most of the effects you want and need from a fat burner without all the fillers and without all the extra crap.
Yeah.
So I've noticed that for me to be the best fat burner on the market, and it's cheap. You can get 60 Broncaid, which is 25 milligrams of ephedrine for $13. $6 for a thing of caffeine pills and some baby aspirin. But yeah, ECA, love that. Try it. Just start low on the dose, especially I'd say start with a half on the ephedrine, about 12.5 milligrams. See how you feel, and then you can build up from there.
And with all the fat burners, make sure to pay attention to dosage. Don't want any negative effects.
Yeah.
So.
Perfect. Hopefully this helps. Get you through the holidays coming up, and start getting you lean after the first of the year. So, if you guys have any other input or any ideas or any opinions on what your favorite fat loss supplement is, let us know.
Yep. And don't forget rule number 1.
Yes.
See ya.